On November 29th, 2011, someone posted the following on Nichan in a thread about video game urban legends. In games where you can change the protagonist's name, if you change their name to Tsunaka Yuriko, then apparently something bad will happen. Even just Yuriko is enough for this to occur. I've gathered together some of the information I found on the net. People have been sent to hospital with mysterious fevers. Someone who put Tsunaka Yuriko as their name in an RPG cut their Achilles tendon and ended up with a fever. If you change your name to Tsunaka Yuriko, you'll damage your very soul. It's uncertain how this begins or how you can end it. You can feel eyes looking at you if you use the name. Apparently there was a mobile game creator by the name of Tsunaka Yuriko, and someone heard two girls talking while they were playing a game. There's a lot to take in here, but it boils down to, if you use the name Tsunaka Yuriko in a video game, it doesn't matter what, but if it's a game where you can change the name and you do, then something bad will happen. You might even end up in the hospital. Now, this is an easy urban legend to try for yourself. All you need is a Japanese game where you can choose your character name, and that will do it. Numerous people have tried, and failed, over the years, but the legend still persists. If you use that cursed name, something bad will happen. But where did this legend even come from? The earliest known mention of this legend can be found on a website called Heisei no Toshi Densetsu from 2003. On the society page, you can find the following snippet. If you input your name as Tsunaka Yuriko into an RPG, then you'll break out into a mysterious fever and be sent to the hospital. Even Yuriko alone is enough for something bad to happen. This is the earliest known trace of the legend on the internet. There's no information about where this rumour came from or how it came to be, but by the early 2000s, it existed. You may have noticed this snippet is a little different to the later Nichan story, however. In this one, the game has to specifically be an RPG. It seems that, nearly a decade later, the legend had morphed and grown, taking on new facets and expanding its reach. The legend reared its face again in 2007, on a site called Fumi Community, a message board mainly aimed at teenage girls. In a thread titled, "Scary Games and Bugs," a user posted the following. If you enter the name Tsunaka Yuriko into an RPG, you'll be cursed and all sorts of bizarre bugs will occur. Someone who tried it while looking at a novel on Mobage Town put the name in and felt someone looking at them. After playing for a while, the game froze. By the way, they were apparently playing Final Fantasy IX. After they stopped playing, they still felt someone looking at them, so they screamed, "Garandu!" and the feeling went away. Why? Garandu is a popular J-pop song from 1983, by the way. At this point, the legend was still restricted to RPGs, this time Final Fantasy IX in particular. By 2009, 2 years later, the legend started popping up more and more on Yahoo Answers, but it's around this time that it lost the RPG focus and became applicable to any type of game where you could input a name. In February, someone wrote, "If you input your game's character name as Tsunaka Yuriko, you'll feel someone looking at you, or you might get sent to the hospital with a fever, etc. Apparently something bad will happen. Even Yuriko alone is no good." A few months after that, someone claimed they tried it with Pokemon, but because you can't fit the full name there, they put Tsunaka as the character name and the starter Pokemon as Yuriko. When they tried to do this, the game kept resetting every single time. Now, I tried this myself with Pokemon Heart Gold, which would have been the newest Pokemon game at the time, and Pokemon Sapphire, which would have been the newest game when the legend first appeared on the internet, and it didn't affect either game in any way, so take that however you wish. The same poster claimed their friend tried it with Nanashi no Game and the game froze. I haven't been able to replicate that either. The legend popped up a few more times before being mentioned in that early 2011 Nichan post, but it's clear that it was already popular by that time. This spurred even more people to try it out for themselves, however, recording their attempts to try and get something spooky to happen. As you can no doubt probably already guess, no one was terribly successful with it. Yuriko is a fairly common name, meaning that countless gamers putting their own name in over the years would have found themselves subject to the curse when, of course, they haven't been. The question of where specifically Tsunaka Yuriko comes from is still unknown, however. No one has been able to dig up why it's that name in particular that's supposed to be cursed. The various kanji that can make up the name don't especially have any evil connotations either. It's as though someone pulled a random name out of thin air and decided to post on the internet that it was cursed. And over the years, the rumor grew and expanded, taking on a life of its own. It's very easy to try for yourself if you have a Japanese game on hand, and many people have over the years, trying to capture mysterious bugs, freezing, voices, or ghostly phenomena, but no one has succeeded. Because in the end, it is just a name after all. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.